And now, from approximately coast to coast, Jungle Haven, the last roadside zoo still operating on Interstate 5 with real raccoons, presents classic Bob and Ray. Hi, this is Bob Elliott. Ray Goulding and I began our radio careers in Massachusetts, where we grew up. I worked at WHDH in Boston as a staff announcer. The year was 1941, and I was 18. But if anyone thinks I started early, Ray had been announcing on WLLH in Lowell, Massachusetts at the tender age of 17. We met after the war at WHDH. I was a morning disc jockey. Ray read the news. Later, the station management gave us a half hour in the afternoon to do pretty much whatever we wanted. Here's the program we broadcast on December 6, 1948, the day that Ray Jr. decided to visit his dad in the studio.
I think you boys got a swell show there. Like your show. Listen to it every day. How do you do it? Well, this sort of thing happens on Mondays. We just sort of idle in and nothing much takes place.
This is matinee with Bob and Ray. Yeah, certainly.
Coming your way from now until 1 to... Hi, son.
Well, for the land's sake.
How much
who's that?
rehearsing did that take?
Come over here, young man.
Oh, you've been waiting?
Oh, well, hello there, Raymond. This is my boy, yes. Well, where have you been today, Ray? Where were you?
He talks into a microphone the way
You
you
went to
do.
see Santa Claus? And what did he say to you? What did he say to you?
Be careful with that leather bow tie Ray is
Yes.
wearing.
Well, now let's get on with the show.
Yes. I like your show. I like the way you
Don't
fellas
touch that.
do it. I like everything about it except the music.
Well, what have you got against the music?
I was quoting from a card.
Don't
that
touch
came
the
in this
microphone,
morning.
Ray. Hold up, steady.
Hi, my dear.
Hi, my Ray.
This is quite an engrossing show.
Howdy, folks. This is a homespun type show.
Ray is holding his young son in his arms, and I wish you could see this picture.
We're broadcasting from my workshop down cellar. Raymond, will you run and get my green visor cap, please?
The new radio workshop, the WHDH studio workshop, has been outfitted with new saws, hammers, and
Don't touch that.
why don't we
That's
let
the microphone.
Raymond Jr. take over the next
I think,
half hour, huh?
All right, go ahead, Ray.
ahead.
Can you sing?
Say something funny like your old man.
Sing, you call everybody darling.
No, he doesn't want
won't
to feel
do
like
it.
singing today.
All right, well, let's get along with the show, boy.
Can't let anything hold it up. A lot of features. And
What did
stuff.
you do this weekend that was exciting?
Not very much.
Well, ask me what I did.
What did you do this weekend that was exciting?
I think I did even... yes.
What did you do, Bill?
Bill is rehearsing for his television show, I might add.
In which he won't appear, actually. It's sort of a funny situation. Bill is going to be on a television show where only his piano music will be heard. He won't be seen.
Well, that's kind of a good idea. I wouldn't stand there. I'm not going to enjoy myself. I can see that.
Charlie Burgoyne looks a little worried, too, with the microphone falling over. Like that. Sit up there. He can be sound effects man or something. Does he know the setup? When...
What?
Whoops. Okay. Now he's going over to see his mother. He's mistaken his mother for a microphone, and now Ray is setting him straight. And he goes, whoop, now he leads with a left, and
if I know him.
she counters with...
But hurry, let's get to Linda's house, Bob. We don't have any time.
The Life and Loves of Linda Lovely, written for radio by E. Carrington Sturdley, Jr., and brought to you each day at this very same time. It's late afternoon now as the ancient Italian clock on the mantelpiece strikes 2. Linda looks at David.
David.
And says,
Oh, David, it's 2 o'clock according to that old Italian clock.
I thought we had an old Chinese clock on.
I know, David, but I sold it for a neat little profit.
And you've put your savings into an ancient Italian clock.
Yes, my darling.
It is much more beautiful than the last one.
Oh, David.
Where is little Skipper?
He's over there.
With his mother.
Yes. Oh, David, my darling.
I remember that day 28 years ago tomorrow.
Oh, yes, David. It was on a Thursday.
When we were traveling on that banana boat.
West, out of Squirtleville.
And we were looking for that ancient gold mine.
Yes, my pet. Did I tell you that the gold mine called this morning?
What did they say?
They say they're taking Skipper away from Lawyer Tucker.
They're taking Skipper away from Lawyer Tucker?
Yes, my darling. It also means that Wilberforce is coming on from Cleveland.
It also means
Darrell is moving to Dallas.
We've lost the chance to sell that round pool table.
Yes, David. Here, help me rock in this back and forth.
All right,
chair.
rock to and fro.
And fro and to.
And for and back. Wait a minute, I hear horses. Horses. I hear
Hola, steady.
I hear an animal approaching.
Hola. Hello, is this Linda's house?
Yes, this is Linda's house.
You Dave?
I'm not Linda.
Dave, I'm come here to arrest you.
What for?
You wanted for the holdup.
Whereabouts?
Down the road a piece. You better come along with me peaceful-like, or I'm shooting.
You're inviting me to the party, you mean?
Yeah, necktie. Come on up here on a horse and ride off with me.
All right.
David!
Goodbye, Linda.
David,
I'm going out of your life.
David!
Goodbye. Goodbye.
David!
Wow.
David!
David out of Linda's life. At last, some
darling.
action has come into the program. Tomorrow, you'll hear Linda say...
Hello, I'm from the Fair Slippery Elm thing.
Wait a minute.
Come to
sir,
tell you that I'm
your
not
cue
on...
comes a little later.
Tell you that I'm not on the show today.
All
Thank
right.
you.
We'll make a note of that. Tomorrow, you'll hear Linda say...
Oh, David.
And many other exciting things. Be sure and listen at the same time. Well, not the same time, 15 minutes earlier.
Why 15 minutes earlier?
Because if they listen at the same time, which is now,
That's right.
they won't get it.
That's right.
It'll
They'll
be all over
miss
then.
6 minutes of the program.
Sure.
So now we turn to
I think
the...
you fellas have a swell show there.
I think we turn now to the dancing girls. Miss Wilson and Miss Green at the organ and piano,
They join hands, skip
Sure.
down to the apron of the stage.
and trip headlong into the bass drum.
Arrangements are getting shorter every day, I might say.
But anyway, it's good music. But now, the makers of Chicken Fat Hair Tonic presents The Court of Missing Hairs.
Little pathetic theme. That's pathetic, isn't it?
Well, I'll say.
On short notice, that's
Sakes.
the Court of Missing Hairs. Possibly you are in line to receive one of the wills that we have as yet unclaimed here in our Missing Hairs Hall.
Maybe today, your story will be dramatized. Maybe today, you will inherit thousands of dollars.
And here to dramatize these stories and give you the inside information
It's
is
me.
Jack Sturdley.
Thank you and good evening. Or good afternoon. I forgot my time had been changed.
Yeah.
In 1804, a young lady by the name of Miss Carrie L., we have no last name, in Muncie, Indiana, married a Wilbur somebody like that. This following scene took place on 19th of June, 1804. Now, listen, please, this may be your story, friends.
Hey, Carrie,
Yeah, Wilbur.
want to go to the movies tonight?
No, I seen it.
We could go to another one.
Which one, hey?
I don't know, up there at the back pasture theater.
No, I don't think so. I think I'll stay home and wash my head.
Okay.
Yes, that scene took place 45 years ago.
Mathematics.
I never was much good at arithmetic.
That scene took place at a little farmhouse outside of Muncie, Indiana in 1804.
15 years later, on a street corner in New York, a poor old man walked up to a little ancient Chinese clock store.
Excuse me, do you have a match?
A chopstick here. I have punk.
I'll say. All right, give me a light.
Hey, you are, sir.
Thank you. Say, you wouldn't happen to know Miss Carrie L. I don't know her last name.
No, but I do know in a Wilberforce J. somebody or other. I don't know his last name.
Well, them two got married.
That's all.
Their kids are in line for a hunk full of loot.
Oh,
I can
boy.
find them.
That's pretty good.
I'm working for the attorney on the case. If you know of anybody whose last name is I don't know, will you leave us know?
Oh, sound like case for UBI.
Thank you very
Unofficial Bureau of Investigation.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Well, the years went by. The years went by. The year now is 1930. The crash. I didn't mean that to you, Ken.
Don't ever give him a lead-in like that.
We see Wilberforce J. somebody or other, and Carrie L., we don't know her last name.
Carrie, here we are.
I wonder if anyone will leave us $500,000.
No, I don't reckon so. We lived a good life.
We lived a good life.
Oh, shut up.
Now, if anyone knows of these two people, or if anyone recalls those conversations which were completely private, let us know within half an hour.
Please call us at this station.
Call this magic number.
We won't say that.
We won't answer the phone.
But if you do know of Wilbur L. something or Carrie something, please let us know because they've inherited something.
Hello, I'm on the phone, Ray. Hello?
Hello?
No, I said hello.
Oh.
Hello?
Hello? Who is it?
Yes?
Is it anybody we know?
It's Carrie L. somebody. I don't have her last
Oh,
name.
yes, Bob.
Hello?
I'll write down. You tell me what she says.
Carrie?
Well,
C-A-R-R-Y.
on the program.
Yes, you heard the program a few moments ago.
How much money it cost?
Yeah, Carrie L.
I'll give you the phone. If you find it for me, you find it. I'll send you the money.
What was that last name again, please? I didn't get the last name. Could you give it just once more? Brown. B-R-O-W-N. And this gentleman's name was? Jones. J-O-N-E-S. I thank you. And thanks for calling. Your check will be in the mail this afternoon.
Another success.
Another
Boy,
success
this court of
story.
missing hairs is absolutely sensational.
Just want to make the appearance. as
Well,
smooth as
hello,
possible.
Bob, and
Mary.
hello, Ray, and hello, Ken, and hello, Bill, and hello, Charlie.
You see, Ray?
Hello, ladies in Radioland.
Did you see Ray's little boy?
Yes,
out there?
I did, Bob. I think he's handsome like his old man.
Well, you're prejudiced, I think. Did Ray Jr. recognize you, or didn't Ray introduce you?
I haven't met the young man.
Uh-huh.
He's a rambunctious young thing, I'd say that.
Yes, he's full of life.
Oh, look out. Yeah,
and vigor.
certainly
I think
is.
possibly he wants to come in and meet you. He was sitting out in the
Well, I
hall.
don't have time to meet little ones today. I want to talk, ladies, about wet Purina today.
Oh, this is Monday.
Serving it
that's right.
as a morning cereal with your favorite fruit, chopped up kumquats.
Well, that sounds like a good
with
combination.
cream and sugar.
Uh-huh.
And
plenty of
particularly in these nippy December days, nothing like a bowl of wet Purina and chopped kumquats to set up your day right. It'll stick by you, friend.
It will, huh?
Yes, it certainly will.
You just serve it cold.
Serve it just
mush.
as cold as you can. Just water. Wet it down with water. You can use milk, but why bother?
Yes, that's the way we feel about it up
Wet
here.
the Purina with water. Chop up your kumquat. Serve with sugar. And a large spoon, and you'll just shovel it in and be fit for battle. I thank you.
That's all right.
Thank you, too,
Have
Mary.
you tried this in your experimental kitchen, Mary?
No, I haven't,
What
Bob.
happened to that experimental kitchen? Did it blow up or something?
Well, I don't have the money, Bob, to keep
I see.
up.
It's quite an upkeep, huh?
No, I don't have money to pay my gas bill.
Oh, I see.
So that's why I thought, ladies, I might make an impassioned plea for funds in order that I may continue on in my good works.
Not on this program. You've appealed for funds before. You don't get
Any
any.
$1, $2 bills, anything like that you probably feel that you don't need, just send it along to me.
Mm-hmm. And if you've already given, friends, try to give again.
Yes, I thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, too, Mary.
Howdy, boys.
Hello,
Ken,
Tex.
Bill, Charlie, Ray, Bob.
Well, hello, Tex.
Why, Webley, where have you been?
Down at good old Canton. Canton's going south to play in a bowl game, you know.
Oh, is that right? I hadn't heard about that. I hadn't got wind of it.
Well, yes, I understand they're going to play some southern team down south.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad that it's going to be in the South.
You got a cold, Tex?
No, my nose always sounds like this.
What, maybe you had a cold or something like that?
No, I haven't got a cold.
You don't have the sniffles or nothing?
Don't have the sniffles or nothing.
Uh-huh. Well, your nose sounds funny.
Always sounds like this.
Why is that?
I'd like to sing my latest composition.
Excuse me, please, Tex. Webley, sit down, please.
Go ahead, Webley.
What is
sit
this latest composition you want to
I
sing?
wish that I'd been satisfied with Mary.
Please, Tex, I mean,
That
you're
isn't
going to...
your latest one.
You're going
That's
to sing
been a
that
long
all the
time.
time. We don't want to hear that
Well,
song.
I would sing it, only I haven't got my hound dog guitar with me. But someday soon I'll come along with that fine version.
Tex, there's a letter in the mail this morning wanting to know where you'll be during December. Would you care to run through your booking book?
Let me find out. See, December is...
Right after November.
Oh, well, that's why I've been mixing up all of these bookings in my booking book. I thought it came just before January.
Well, it does. Tex, funny.
Here we
I never
are.
looked at it that way.
What was the date in December?
Well, any date. Just could you tell us where you'll be the giant share of December?
Well, we're not playing anywhere, I find, in December.
Well, aren't you going to be in Howe's Neck at all?
We won't be down at Howe's Neck or even up to Bailey's Mistake for quite a while.
Well, how are you going to make money to pay for your Christmas
Oh,
presents?
I don't know. We don't worry.
Oh, I'm awfully glad you brought that up, Ray.
Oh, wait a minute.
Speaking of inexpensive Christmas gifts, Edgar and I went over to the war assets.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
You picked something up
We
good?
picked up a lot of things
Get
that
a
we
good
are going to
price
make.
for 'em?
Yes, we got some, for instance, we have 4 mine detectors.
Hey, those will come in handy. I can't think of anything I'd rather receive for Christmas.
Well, as a matter of fact, Bob, I think a lot of people would like to get a mine detector.
They're great for
Christmas.
bathtubs.
Well, you could have fun with them. And I was very fortunate to pick up a half dozen of General Sherman tanks.
A half dozen of them. Boy,
and
you're well
practically
supplied.
give away prizes.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
How about some plastic turret
And I'm going to
domes?
use the... What's that, Bob?
Some plastic turret domes off bombers. Do you have any extra
Well,
ones?
yes, we're cutting those down, Bob, into little containers for bonbons.
Oh, that's
And
really...
we're going to put green ribbons on them and save a little money
You
this
should be
year.
able to make quite a lot of them.
Yes, I also picked up some machine gun stands,
Mm-hmm.
which I think are nice.
Yeah, those are
I
good.
picked up some gym equipment, 40 dozen pairs of slightly used sneakers,
Well, those are good. You could start a baseball team or something for
and
practice.
and also, Bob, something from a PX. We have a whole barber shop.
Oh, a complete barber shop in your own home.
Uh-huh.
Isn't that swell?
So we
Are you
solved our
trying to sell
problem
a
for Christmas.
You have, very
Well,
well.
we're gonna
Are you
split
trying
it
to
out.
sell a barber shop?
No, we'll send the chair out as a gift to somebody, and the lather maker to somebody else,
Sure.
and the bowl in the middle of the room to somebody else.
Yes, and the massager, of course.
Land's sakes, and all the hair. Of course, you can stuff pillows with it.
Sure thing. Well, that's great. And if anybody wants this, why, they can let us know here at this spot on your
I
dial.
thank you.
All right. And Tex is sitting down. I think we're all set for another song. Some strange quirk of fate.
Well, listen to this, Ray. Listen critically. I'll say you're tired,
see.
although it isn't reflected in your music. That's peppy enough.
Bright, cheerful.
It certainly is, Bob, for a Blue Monday such as this.
There are a few openings left in the Wilson Green School of Entertainment. If any of you are interested, we suggest you contact Mr. Wilson or Mr. Green at their homes around 2 or 3 in the morning.
Go out there in person, friends. Stay up all nights.
Mr. Wilson and the Princess of Song, incidentally, are having open house this weekend for anyone who is interested in the school. They'll show you around and take you down there. In fact, we might go out there and take a look at the school. It's in Mr. Wilson's living room.
Sure. Just fall in line, march in, sit down.
Fancy
and,
music.
Write your name on the wallpaper so that they'll know you're there.
Shall we go out to his house?
I think so.
I think
sure.
we should.
Let's
Crosstown.
go.
Let's hurry crosstown.
What is this, an MTA?
Here we are, Ray. Just walk in, I think. Just down these
Down these
steps.
few stairs.
Yeah. Be just down through across this hall here.
In
Through
that-
this door.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nice place he has
I
there.
think he's expecting us. I don't
I hope
know.
so.
There's another
Right
door
through-
here.
Here,
Yeah.
Bob, now
yeah.
it's just
He
down
said it
here.
was just a step from the street.
Yeah,
He
it
meant
is.
down, I think. Here we are, almost here. This must be it through this trap. Wait a minute, this trap door here. Oh, there's a rope ladder here. Let's
all right.
climb down there. You have to shinny down, I guess.
I haven't done this since I was
I haven't
a kid.
either. I'm glad we wore our sneakers. Here we are.
Here we are.
Here
Now
we
I
are.
think it's through this door,
Through
Bob.
this. Oh, there's
Yeah,
another flight of
right down
stairs
to the
here.
fourth
We'll be there in just a minute. There's the sign right there. It says Wilson Green School of Entertainment, also flats fixed.
Step down, it says.
All right, open the door. Oh, it's another
Yeah,
flight.
one little flight down.
Yeah.
Well, this
Why?
is nice.
Get
One thing, you don't bother neighbors down here.
No.
No?
Don't have anybody complaining from downstairs, certainly.
Well, this is
say,
pleasant
isn't
here,
this
isn't it?
wonderful?
Say,
That looks like a vocal quartet warming up over there in the corner.
I believe they're students here, yes.
They are students, I think. See what they've learned.
Just the other day I heard a feller say, give me Mission Bell wine because Mission Bell's fine. Pardon while I rave about the money that I save buying Mission Bell wine because Mission Bell's fine. Drink it red or white, enjoy it day or night. Here's the wine to tempt you and the price is right. The price is right. The price is right.
Yes, transform your holiday meals into remembered occasions with delicious Mission Bell wines. And if you're invited out, go. Mission Bell wines make a grand gift. Everyone appreciates their superb California goodness. Try some soon. Real
That's
soon.
why it's every day you'll hear everybody say, give me Mission Bell wine because Mission Bell's fine, because Mission Bell's fine, because Mission Bell's fine.
Produced by K. Aracelian Incorporated, California, New York, and Chicago.
This looks like a vocal student or somebody over here. A young lady, are you a student here at the school?
Yes, I'm K. Aracelian.
And how long have you been attending the Wilson Green School?
Just 3 weeks. I'm trying to learn how to sing so I can cut the tab on that transcription.
Oh, you're going to make the transcription yourself?
Yes, the money is a little too much. There's 3 or 4 of them there.
Yeah?
And they have to be paid. I thought maybe if I could throw my voice a little,
Would you
I could
like to
save
throw it
the
around
money
here?
and put it into something cheap for Christmas.
Yeah, well, would you like to sing a chorus of it? And
I'd love to.
all right. Well, that's swell.
Just the other day,
That's your key?
I heard a fella say, give me Mission Bell wine because Mission Bell's fine. Pardon while I rave about the money that I save, buying Mission Bell wine because Mission Bell's fine. Drink it red or white, enjoy it day or night.
They'll cut their commercial out tomorrow.
And the price is right. The price is right. The price is right. And Bob, I read the commercial in the
Oh,
middle.
you do the
myself.
announcer's part, too,
Yes.
huh?
Transform your holiday meals into remembered occasions
That
with
saves
delicious
money.
Mission Bell wines.
Gee, that's an
And if you're
amazing
invited
thing.
out,
That's why it's every day. You'll hear everybody say, give me Mission Bell wine. Mission Bell wine.
That's the tough part, having that voice come in over your song.
Mission Bell's wine.
All right, well, thanks, Kay.
Look out!
Whoop.
Thank you very
That's
much.
very good. Let's go upstairs, Ray. We've
All right,
spent enough
Bob.
time. Get up
This
out
is
of
grand down here. It
Yeah.
certainly is. What's the matter, Charlie?
Matter,
Your
Charlie?
finger sore?
That's his exercise.
Oh, I see.
We're almost, I guess we're up here now. We'll be back again tomorrow at the same time, 1 o'clock, with more of the same sort of public service information, public service features, and so
Well,
on.
we
Ray.
want to thank me for coming. I also want to thank MGM for allowing my son to come here.
I think it's
He may
swell.
be seen in his new picture that will be at your local theater real soon, we hope.
What is the name of that picture? Has it been released yet?
The boy with the sturdly hair.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
we'll
boy
look
who
for
needs
that.
a haircut.
Right.
I want to thank...
You just
no,
had
I don't
living
want to thank him at all.
No, we don't care about thanking anybody.
Ray. Mr. Green appeared through the courtesy of Sammy Eisen.
That's right. Mr. Wilson, through the courtesy of... through nobody's courtesy. It's a dirty trick.
Hang by your thumbs, everybody. See you tomorrow.
Well, that's about all the time we have today. Classic Bob and Ray was written and performed by Bob Elliott and Ray Goulding. Additional material by Tom Cook, Lars Hoel, and Ole Olehi. Classic Bob and Ray was developed for the Radio Foundation by our executive producer, Larry Josephson. Lars Hoel is our program producer, engineering by Jerry LaRosa, Bill O'Neill, and Manoli Wetherell.
And now this is Ray Goulding reminding you to write if you get work.
Bob Elliott reminding you to hang by your thumbs.
This program was independently produced and distributed by the Radio Foundation. This is the Radio Art Radio Network.
And now, from approximately coast to coast, Smurge, the product that removes grit, and Whiff, which eliminates the odor of smurge, presents Classic Bob and Ray. Hi, this is Bob Elliott, and welcome to another program in our series, Classic Bob and Ray. These programs collect some of our best work from over 4 decades of radio. From the time Ray and I arrived in New York in the summer of 1951, the creator of the Today Show, Pat Weaver, took a liking to us and had us make regular appearances on the new show. So at 7:30 each morning during the news break in our radio program, we'd dash down the elevator in Rockefeller Center, run across 49th Street, and stand in front of the Today Show studio window. An engineer would hand us a microphone, and we'd do an impromptu sidewalk interview. Usually, I interviewed Ray until one day the NBC president called the show and asked, "Doesn't that idiot outside the window know he's talking to the same person every day?"
This is NBC, the national broadcasting company.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you'll consult the radio page of your evening newspaper, you'll see that the National Broadcasting Company is planning a gala transcribed treat for you during the next half hour in unselfishly turning over 30 minutes of their time to 2 gentlemen named Bob Elliott and Ray Goulding, together with music by Paul Taubman, production by Kenneth McGregor, and announcing by me, Jack Costello. All of the sound effects will be handled by a Mr. Chet Hill. Bob and Ray will be here just as soon as I finish this introduction, which I just have. So let's go. Inside Bob and Ray.
Well, thanks, Jack, and hello again, everyone. You know, summer's over and the kids are back to school, and there's a nip in the air, and that means that just around the bend awaits...
The World Series Baseball Championship. No doubt about it, Ray. The fever's beginning to set in, isn't
Think
it?
we ought to do something about it?
Yeah, I think we should.
Well, friends, once again, in a spirit of selfless public service, Bob and Ray bring you another educational public service radio feature.
Yes, tonight we take you behind the scenes of baseball to witness a scene taking place every year at this time in the front offices of Major League Baseball clubs.
It's a facet of the grand old pastime the public never hears about.
The function of the World Series Ticket Distribution Department.
And now, for first-hand facts on this necessary adjunct to the playing of the series, we switch you to a typical baseball front office scene. Boy, give me another batch of Section A, will you?
Hey, what'll I do with these special ticket requests, Chief?
Sit them down there on the floor anyway. I'm going crazy.
I think this one needs special handling, Chief. It's from Happy Chandler. Well, here we are, folks, standing in one of the world's busy spots at the moment, beside one of the world's busiest men, certainly. Let's see if we can't talk a moment to Mr. Fred Bleacher, manager of ticket distribution for the Brooklyn Dodgers. Perhaps he'll tell us what it's all about. How ticket sales going, Mr. Bleacher?
Look out there. You want to knock that stack of tickets on the floor?
Oh, I'm sorry. I say, how are ticket sales going over here at Ebbets Field?
Of all the asinine questions...
Phone call, Chief. It's from the White House.
Okay. Ask him which whistle stop he wants him sent to. Look, mister, you're standing here in the way, please.
You see, I'm Bob Elliott, and we're feeding this special feature over NBC for the benefit of America's millions of baseball-happy fans.
Well, make it snappy. What do you want to know?
Well, we thought maybe you could fill us in on just how you managed to meet all the ticket requests that are flooding in, just what your system is.
System? What system? Look, Bob, Ebbets Field holds about 35,000 fans. We get 60,000 tickets printed up. Right now, we've got 120,000 requests. You give me a system, and be sure a shoehorn goes with it.
Well, you've certainly been very helpful, Mr. Bleacher. Now, one more question. What happens if the Dodgers don't win?
What's the matter? You crazy or something? Get out of here.
Well, there you have it, friends. The true
Come
insight
on, out.
on World Series ticket distribution as it functions here at Ebbets Field. And now, let's switch you to Ray Goulding, who is waiting to bring you a similar scene taking place at another big league baseball headquarters. Come in, Ray.
Guess I'll close up early today.
What was that, Ray?
Forget it, Bob. Somebody at NBC got his signals crossed. They sent me to Pittsburgh.
Now it's music time across this great nation of ours. And,
Well, there is an introduction if I ever heard one. And
dance
one that
time.
Anybody can be proud of.
Honestly, you boys are such a fright.
All got our dancing shoes on here in the big dance studio at NBC.
I wouldn't be so sure of those Brooklyn's winning either.
Well,
I don't know what made you put all your eggs in that basket
Well,
so
that's
soon.
right, Mary. It's still
Surely.
a little bit debatable.
Indeed it is. It hasn't been settled yet. I don't
getting,
think you should have done that at all.
Yeah.
You were poorly advised.
Getting to the music, we have Tommy Dorsey.
dry up, Mary.
Don't you ever talk to me that way again.
Look, if you two want to argue, go outside. Don't do it here. There's a radio program in progress.
Surely. A what?
A radio program.
You are
I know.
funny.
Yeah, that does sound kind of silly, I
Sure.
suppose. But here's Tommy Dorsey, good old TD, his piano and orchestra with You Do Something to Me.
How's that? Snappy enough for you?
Oh, for the land's sakes, it was pretty slow and dreamy.
Well, that's it. We wanted to set that kind of a scene because we have a wonderful occupation guest here.
We do?
Yes, he's coming in now.
Little green man coming in.
Yes, sir. And what is your name, please, sir?
You know my name as well as I do, eh? Peter Gorey.
Oh, it's good
I used
see
to
you.
be your Chuckles in the News announcer.
I remember, and there haven't been many chuckles in the news that you could use.
All
lately.
of the news has been unchuckly for quite some time.
They do? Or, it has been?
I'm all ears.
What's that, Peter?
I said I'm all ears.
Yes. All right. Well, now tell me, what brings you here to our
Well,
gay
I was
program
thinking that maybe a friend of mine from lower schizophrenia who was ousted from his government, he was a king over there.
Oh, yeah, I remember
thinking-
reading about it in Time magazine.
That's right. I was thinking maybe I could get him a job here in this country.
What kind of a job do you think you could get for him?
I thought maybe with all of this talk about cigarettes that you hear, that he could be a model for a new king-size cigarette.
Oh, I think maybe you have
He has
something
nothing
there.
to do over there in his country anymore.
Well, is he tall?
He's quite tall, yes.
And you think he'd make a good model for a king-size
I think
cigarette?
he'd look very neat on the package.
All right, Peter. Well, thanks for dropping by.
Right-o.
You've been one of our better interviews, believe me.
Thank you. Anything I can do before I go?
Not a thing that I
Want
can
some
think
coffee?
of. Do you have any there?
Yes, here's some.
What a color. What's that, green?
Well, it's kind of green, yes.
What do you make your coffee with, Peter?
Coffee?
What kind of coffee?
Well, that I can't tell you.
Well, pour me a cup.
Go ahead and
What
drink
can I
it.
lose?
Go ahead and drink it.
I wouldn't touch it, Ray. It looks very
No,
bad.
that doesn't look
I wouldn't trust that Mr. Gorey as far as I could throw him.
Well,
and I'm thinking seriously of doing it right now.
Quite a distance. You could do that.
King size.
I notice that also here in our studio is our old friend Fred Sturdley, who's going to take part in this next little bit here. Starts off with me coming up to Fred and saying, well, if it is my old friend Fred Sturdley.
Oh, hello, Cartwright.
What's new?
Oh, nothing much. You know, the same old stuff.
Well, I guess that sounds familiar to a lot of people, doesn't it? You've been trapped by that question thousands of times.
But what do you do about it? What answer do you make to what's new?
Find answers which would be fresh, original, and imaginative. Bob and Ray range the length and breadth of the land.
In thousands of interviews with file clerks, busboys, subway motormen, housewives, and Broadway bit players, we pose the thorny question, what's new?
And from the thousands of answers received, mostly unmentionable, we've culled out the best and set them down in easy-to-memorize form in the handy little Bob and Ray What's New answer book.
Now, if someone were to approach you with the threadbare greeting, what's new, you might respond cleverly with
chlorophyll.
Or satirically,
Grant's tomb.
Or, if you're statistically minded,
well, the Dodgers are in.
And there are hundreds more.
So today, before someone else steps up and asks, what's new, get your indexed Bob and Ray What's New answer book.
If you're not completely satisfied that this handy little book does all we say it does, you send the torn pages back to Not Satisfied, NBC, New York.
We can sell the paper. Well, you know, in just a few weeks now, millions of Americans will return to standard time as daylight saving time comes to an end.
This, of course, means that for every clock turned back, there'll be a full 60 minutes hour lost.
But because we've long felt that the possibilities for saving this extra hour have long been overlooked by the American masses, we have written a book.
That's right, attractively jacketed in tinfoil, and we've titled the provocative coming bestseller, Tempus Fugit.
America needs this book.
You see, it carries a message.
It's timely.
Friends, have you ever wondered what to do with the hour you save each September at clock turning back time?
Well, fret no longer. Bob and Ray's new book, Tempus Fugit, shows you how to turn those hours saved into a fascinating hobby.
Added income.
Big business.
For example, in our book, we wrote this. On the final eve of daylight saving time, you go to your clock,
all your clocks,
turn back the hands, and carefully remove the saved hour from each clock.
And when you've done this, pack each hour separately in an airtight, moisture-proof container, then place it in a cool place.
Now, depending on the number of clocks you've turned back, you have that number of extra hours available for use at a moment's notice.
Now, if you're a hobbyist, you'll find collecting these extra hours an absorbing pastime.
Build your collection, catalog each item, search for rare species.
Trade them with friends and relatives.
Or, if you wish, merely save the extra hours for a time when you may wish to surrender them at accrued cash value to someone who says,
oh, if I only had more time.
So now you listen to this dandy idea for saving those extra hours sent to us by B4 O'Clock. Is that his right name?
I think it is. I have the letter right here. Of time-conscious Missouri.
Right.
It's a lady.
When I heard you were writing your fascinating book Tempus Fugit last spring, it gave me an idea on the last day of daylight.
Will you give me casting
saving
here
time.
at NBC, please?
I can't. Don't you like the way I read it, Bob?
Well, no, but I think
well,
you
let
could
me
read it.
try it again.
Yes. A little more feeling.
When I heard you were writing your fascinating book, Tempus Fugit, last spring, it gave me, and an idea on the last day of daylight saving time, I carefully collected all my hours gained as I turned back each clock and deposited them. Is that all right?
To my account.
To my account in my local bank today. My local
Today?
bank. Today, my gained hours are each an hour and 12 minutes long.
Now, you see, what Mrs. O'Clock was trying to say was that they gained interest, friends.
So, friends, don't you waste another moment. Learn how not to waste an extra hour. Read Tempus Fugit.
Extra hours can give you added time to kill.
So don't delay. Write today, including your name and address, to TikTok, NBC, New York.
Send no money.
Pay nothing until the Bob and Ray representative in your neighborhood calls at your home.
Don't dicker over price with this man.
No, the gun he points at you will be loaded.
Howdy, Bob and Ray.
Hi,
Mary.
Ted.
Hello, Tex.
Peter Gorey.
And all the rest of your fine cats.
Peter has left. I put him out the door. Did you hear
I
the
saw
earlier-
him rushing out there.
Surely.
Also see something about you two fellas on the back of Quick magazine this week.
What to say, wanted?
No, it was just a nice picture of you.
Uh-huh.
And inside there's a story. I don't believe you've seen it.
Oh, I haven't as yet. But do you have a copy there?
I didn't bring it with me. The boys are looking it over back home.
What kind of a picture is it? A college shot of Bob and I at the stadium or what?
No, it's one of you all dressed up in costume. I've forgotten what it was.
Uh-huh. Well, I'd like to see it.
Well, why don't you go and get us
It's on the back of Cattleman's Monthly, you say?
No, on the back of Quick.
Quick. Oh,
The
yes.
Cattleman's Monthly story comes up, I think, in the October issue.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And also, I heard you got a big write-up in Hobo News.
Well, you got another...
Congratulations.
Well, thank you. We have a very nice
Fine.
biography in there and picture stories and all.
Yeah, we're pretty proud of it.
All right, on with the show. Let's dance some more. I have friends of mine coming in.
Oh, you have a song from Perry Como, if you'd like to hear that.
Who?
Perry Como.
Don't believe I've heard of Perry.
Pear? Have you heard of Pear?
No, the name doesn't hit a chord with me.
Well, I don't know where you've been, but he is now one of our top singers.
Sing? Oh, I thought he was a band leader.
No.
Oh.
No, you have your facts mixed
Como.
up. Perry Como sings When You're Smiling.
Well,
Okay?
good luck.
Here you are, fellas. Just what you ordered.
Hi, Paul.
Whole bunch of Tootsie Rolls.
Thanks a lot, boy. We've been waiting.
Don't eat them during the show, though.
No, we won't.
Okay. What are you going to do now?
Well, we have decided that since this is, about 10 minutes of 9
Yes,
in the Eastern time zone, that it would be nice to recall what a morning program, maybe from the West Coast, sounds like. Doesn't have to be from the West Coast.
I
but-
know what they sound like pretty much. You mean you're going to do another one for us now?
Yeah, I thought it'd be good to have one at night, sure.
Oh, all right, then. I'll go out and be the audience.
Well, there's quite a few people. We'll create the illusion.
All right, sir.
And Ray will sign it on and get everything ready.
Okay, let's go. Paul?
Well, hello again there, fun-loving America. Time again to play that wonderful new game, Ladies Grab Your Seats. Now coming on the stage, a lovable and unpredictable master of ceremonies, Larry Lovebrand.
Well, thank you, Ralph. And
Larry coming up to the microphone is this young lady here.
I'll say, good morning, ladies out there all across this great land of ours. Wonderful
Good
to be
morning,
with you.
Larry.
Oh, you're a grand bunch of ladies. You all had your breakfast out there?
Yes, we've all been eating.
What's your name, Mother?
Amanda
Amanda what?
Hill.
Amanda Hill. She's a lovely, dimple-cheeked little lady from whereabouts? Where do you come from?
Come from the Midwest.
Whereabouts exactly?
Poughkeepsie, New York.
Poughkeepsie, New York. That's what Seems as how maybe we got some more people here in the audience from Poughkeepsie, New York. Did you enjoy your breakfast this morning?
Had a wonderful time eating the breakfast
How'd you
here
like the
that-
porridge they handed out to
that
you?
you served us. We've all were talking about it before the program started.
Uh-huh.
We liked it.
Good. Well, now tell me this, Mrs. Hill. It is Mrs. Hill, isn't it? Miss Hill?
Mrs. Hill.
What's your husband do, Miss Hill?
Well, my husband operates a golf driving course.
A golf driving. Boy. That's kind of an unusual job, isn't it? How long has he been doing that?
Well, I've been doing it for almost, let me count up. 3 weeks come Saturday.
It hasn't been very long, then. Do you help him out with his work?
I help gather up all the golf balls out in the woods, way out yonder. It's up in Bailey's back 40, actually. So many of the people drive so far, we get in trouble with the neighbors.
Up there in Poughkeepsie, huh?
No, it's further up around Albany, the neighbors.
And you're the person who gets inside that little cage with wheels on it and goes out around the course and
my boy Douglas.
Douglas is in it too, huh?
Well, he'll be going back to school now. He helped all summer.
Well, I'll say, wonderful, Miss Hill. What are your hobbies?
I like to ride horses, and that's about my main hobby.
What are you doing here in Hollywood this morning?
Well, I'm out here for tryout.
Well, you going into movies? You got a screen test all lined up for you? I think that's wonderful.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you know the picture you're going into, Miss
I
Hill?
don't know. It's something opposite Mickey Rooney, something about prep school and puppy love, one thing another.
I see, and you're going to be in this picture probably as his mother, huh?
No, as the football coach.
Oh, boy. Yes, sir. Okay, now we're just about down to the time when you get a chance at that big
You
jackpot.
going to eat all your toast and drink your cocoa?
No, you can
May I have
this if
some?
you want.
Because
Ralph, why don't you get the ladies some more cocoa?
Okay,
and,
lady, stand right there. I'll get it
some
for
more
you.
Toast. Okay, now we're down to the questions. What have you selected as your category? over there?
Catalog on the board there,
On the
number
blackboard.
3.
And what is that? Want to read it off to us?
Yes, famous makers of imitation fruit.
Famous makers of imitation fruit. All right. My name is associated with the type of fruit which I have imitated for, lo, these many years. Who
I
am
don't know why I picked that category. I don't
It's
know.
kind of a tough one, I'll tell you that.
I don't know
I wouldn't have
anything
known these
about it.
answers myself.
Well,
Wanna
I'll
take
have
a
to
guess
guess.
at it?
Mr. Pear? No.
Well,
I wouldn't
take
think
another
that.
guess. You got a little more
Orange,
time.
grapes,
No, you're warm.
bananas.
No.
Fritter.
Fritter, right. Okay. Kind of associated banana with fritters
Fritter,
there, and you
and come
got
up
the
with the
fella's
right
name. All
answer.
right, that's the first part of your question.
Huh?
Well, there are 3 more parts to it, you know.
That first part was tough enough. Cough up with the loot boy, or I'll
we
flop
can't,
you one.
We can't pay you for that.
Come on,
but-
I'm not coming up here making a
Ralph,
fool of myself for you
Ralph,
or anybody
will you
like
come over
you.
here and take this
Come on,
lady
lady,
out,
out with
please?
me.
All right,
What
we'll
a
get to
sport.
some other lady real soon.
Hey, a wonderful audience.
That's about all time we have today, ladies. Now drop back in my way,
Now it's music time again. And, sir, do you want to talk to us about this song?
No.
Right. Friends, are you ever called thin-skinned?
Thin-skinned. Thin-skinned.
Thin-skinned. Friends, do people say you're thin-skinned?
They're nasty.
Then again, they may call you thin-skinned merely because they can see through you.
But now...
Yes, now...
Thanks to a new scientific development which recently got out of control in the Bob and Ray home laboratories, you need no longer suffer from thin-skinnedness.
Skin thick. Yes, skin thick. An amazing new secret formula thickens the thinnest of skins in practically no time at all.
Leaves your skin leathery, coarse, and fiber tough.
Originally developed as a solder for leaky battleship hulls, Skin Thick's startling effectiveness in solidifying the human epidermis soon will become a sickening reality.
Now, Bob and Ray make it available to you in economical, easy-to-use bales.
Now, to convince yourself of Skin Thick's under-the-skin effectiveness, give yourself the Skin Thick 82-day test.
Every day for 82 days, one of our trucks will back up to your bathroom window, quietly and efficiently dump a load of Skin Thick into your daily bath. All you have to do is add water and soak.
If, after bathing 82 days in Skin Thick, your skin does not feel noticeably thicker and denser, if, in fact, you become numb all over,
then possibly you've not followed instructions properly, and we must ask you to return to us the unused portions.
And we'll return to you the unused portions of the money you sent us.
Now, here's what Mrs. R, if any, here's what Mrs. R. Rhinoceros, a steady, skin-thick user, has to say.
Before using Skin Thick, I was so thin-skinned, people in a hurry used to take shortcuts through me 2 or 3 times a day even. But now, after using Skin Thick for only 14 days, people give me a wide berth.
So there you have it, friends. Straight from the lips of a satisfied, skin-thick user. A glowing testimonial from one who somehow lived to tell her story.
What Skin Thick has done for the skin-thinnedness of others, it can do for you.
So begin the Skin Thick test today. If in 82 days you don't say,
I've had enough,
we'll know you've had too much.
Now, if your druggist doesn't sell Skin Thick, insist upon it, and I'm sure he'll get it for you.
Incidentally, don't mail your order for Skin Thick to us, nor write to us either, care of Skin, NBC, New York.
Because, you see, 2 weeks ago, we unloaded our entire stock on someone who should have known better, and we're now far out on the high seas, bound for the Orient on a leisurely vessel.
Now it's time to say goodnight. Good night.
That's a terrible commercial you had there. I don't think you should have gone through with it.
Well, you haven't cared for much of anything tonight.
No,
Mary,
I have not. To be frank with you, I don't like that commercial at all. I don't know what you boys ever bought it for.
Well, we have got to go. We'll have to take this up later, I guess.
All right, see you next week.
Yep. Till then.
All righty.
So long.
So, with characteristic modesty, it's time for me, Jack Costello, to say that what you've been listening to, transcribed, is called The Bob and Ray Show, produced by Kenneth McGregor with music by Paul Taubman. This sterling feature will no doubt be aired again next week at this same time. Well, that's about it. And for tonight, it's goodbye from Inside Bob and Ray.
Attention all nature lovers.
Attention all tree lovers.
You've probably all heard the expression, as the twig is bent, so the tree will grow.
Well, today, here's your real chance. Come to Bob and Ray for pre-bent twigs.
Now, you just tell us how you want your tree to grow, and we'll give it the proper bend.
Now, for example, if you like a tall, skinny tree, we can offer you the broom-handled twig bend.
And for those who like a low, wide-spreading number, we advise our middle-aged spread bend.
For musical tree lovers, we have a real special this week you can't afford to miss, Alexander's Ragtime Bend.
And remember, with every Bob and Ray pre-bent twig, you get absolutely free a large box of handy plastic Band-Aids.
So bend an ear now, because it's time for the Bob and Ray Show. First today, we're proud to announce a salute to the man of the week in industry.
Today, we point with pride to this week's winner, Lancelot J. Freeble, head of the Freeble Practical Television Aerial Corporation.
It was Freeble who first saw the possibilities in useful TV aerials.
And so it was Freeble who gave you the aerial that doubled as a cattle-proof wire fence.
It was Freeble who gave you the aerial with detachable fabric-covered ends that could be used as pipe cleaners.
It was Freeble who gave you the grape arbor-type aerial, complete with healthy-growing grape vines.
And for people who didn't like television, there was an optional arbor attachment which grew sour grapes.
But now, friends, Freeble offers the practical television aerial of the year.
The aerial that doubles as the jungle gym for the kiddies.
Now, just think of this, parents. All you have to do is put the kiddies up on the roof in the morning and forget about them for the rest of the day.
Lots of healthy exercise for them out in the open air, and you always know just where they are.
If one does happen to roll off the roof, you're bound to hear it.
Just picture a happy morning in the home of an average American housewife with 3 small children. Edgar, aged 5, Edna, 3, and Ermintrude, 1.
Now, hubby has left for the office, and the kiddies have been put up on the roof to play, leaving you time to do your housework in peace.
And as you stand at the sink, merrily cleaning up the breakfast dishes, you hear...
Well, that's Edgar. He's such a solid little boy. That makes 1. That makes 2. Edna's so light on her feet. 3. Now that's Ermintrude. She learns so fast. Well, it's so nice to know where they all are. For the land's sakes, that silly father of theirs was up there again.
Well, that's about all the time we have today. Classic Bob and Ray was written and performed by Bob Elliott and Ray Goulding. Additional material by Tom Cook, Lars Hoel, and Ole Olehi. Classic Bob and Ray was developed for the Radio Foundation by our executive producer, Larry Josephson. Lars Hoel is our program producer, engineering by Jerry LaRosa, Bill O'Neill, and Manoli Wetherell.
And now this is Ray Goulding reminding you to write if you get work.
Bob Elliott reminding you to hang by your thumbs.
This program was independently produced and distributed by the Radio Foundation. This is the Radio Art Radio Network.